This morning, how activists are calling for justice for Corey Ruiz, the funeral service in Madison for the man shot and killed by an officer on Willie Street. Good morning, and thanks for waking up with us this weekend. I'm Michelle Renee Quinn. You're watching Weekend Mornings. Today is Saturday, August 15th, and we are beginning following the funeral of Corey Ruiz. Now, that service was held for him at the Fountain of Life Church. Ruiz was killed in an officer-involved shooting last month. Madison police say he injured an officer with a knife during the struggle. The incident is being investigated as a homicide, and the community continues to call for justice. Our Kayla Dembeck was there yesterday and has more on how the community is remembering Ruiz.
Inside this church today, grief and a call for justice came together. Friends, family, and community members gathered to remember Corey Ruiz, with Al Sharpton delivering the eulogy and echoing the message that's been repeated these past few weeks.
We need to do more than the eulogy. We need to march, protest, and join the activists.
Sharpton says remembering Ruiz cannot be where the community's work ends.
The way these activists have shown in this city the true spirit of what accountability and democracy is, they ought to be saluted, not attacked.
And he questioned the decision to use deadly force against Ruiz.
I've seen police talk people out of buildings that had bombs. Talk people out of buildings that were shooting at them. Here's a man that was absolutely facing 3 cops. What was he going to do? It was nothing that I could see that justifies the shooting of this man.
For Ruiz's mother, the loss is personal and complicated by what she says her son was going through.
I miss my son every day. I never thought I'd be here with this decision. He was struggling with mental health issues, true or not, which led to drug addiction. The system let him down, and now the very people who were supposed to protect and serve have taken his life.
She says she wants people to remember Ruiz for more than the circumstances of his death.
He was not a nobody. He was my son.
I would hope that all of the community citizens understand if they can do this to young brother Ruiz, they can do it to your son, your brother, your cousin.
For many here, it was a chance to honor Ruiz while keeping the focus on the justice and accountability they say they're still fighting for. Reporting in Madison, Kayla Dembeck, News 3 Now.
The St. Vincent de Paul store on Madison's Willie Street is trying to recover after being forced to close for 10 days following the shooting of Corey Ruiz. St. Vincent de Paul says it's facing a $100,000 financial hit. Customer traffic at the store went down by more than 3,000 people compared to July of last year. But they say they weren't alone. Neighboring businesses were also affected by the road closures, vandalism, and dumpsters being set on fire.
It will take a while, not only for St. Vinny's on Willie Street, but for all of the neighborhood businesses, for people to come back, for people to say, oh yeah, it's easy to get there now, to not have to worry that they might not be able to drive down the street or they might not be able to park.
St. Vincent de Paul says it hopes all its customers will return and that community support can help recover the $100,000 lost during the closure. Judge Chris Taylor was sworn in to be Wisconsin's next state Supreme Court justice. Taylor defeated Judge Maria Lazar earlier this year to claim the seat. Her win expands the liberal majority on the state's highest court to 5-2, a dramatic transformation from 6 years ago when liberals held only 2 of the 7 seats. The Social Security Administration is adding 14 new conditions to its fast-track disability approval. That brings the compassionate allowances list to 314 total conditions, and it's meant to expedite claims for people with those disabilities. The new additions include rare pediatric and neurological diagnoses like cask-related gene disorders and some rare cancers like primary cardiac sarcoma. According to a new study, Wisconsin has the second highest rate of brain drain in the country. The Wisconsin Policy Forum found over half of Wisconsin-born adults ages 31 to 40 who have a bachelor's degree now live in another state. That same report also shows Wisconsin universities have a reputation for producing an educated workforce. Now that means many of the people graduating have the flexibility to look beyond state lines for their next opportunity.
Wisconsin isn't necessarily the strongest on having those people move in, the in-migration, but we're pretty good at retaining people, that once they move here, they like it here. We're good at education, and that people who get an education are mobile, and this is just part of having higher education as a strength in the state.
Researchers say the bigger concern is that the people leaving Wisconsin are more likely to have the degrees that are increasingly tied to high-paying jobs. Now the challenge now is figuring out how to turn that educational advantage into more people choosing to build their futures here. Now, as you get your kids ready for the new school year, add an eye exam to your checklist. In our Time for Kids Recipe for Health campaign, a back-to-school eye exam can help catch vision problems before they start affecting a child in the classroom. Experts say eye exams and treatment can help improve learning, testing, and classroom participation. They may also help with behavior and building a child's self-confidence. SSM Health Janesville pediatrician Dr. Krishna Challa says parents should watch for signs like squinting at the TV, holding books or homework very close to their faces, or teachers noticing a child has trouble seeing the board.
Here's a tough truth. Your kid doesn't know that they can't see. To them, blurry is just normal. So that's why this one speaks up, or sneaks past parents. It's not a complaint you'll hear. It's a check you have to schedule. It's same as like your car, oil change. You need to have your kids be checked to be able to find this out.
The day parents move their kids into a college dorm can be an emotional and expensive time. Now, the National Retail Federation estimates students and their parents on average will spend more than $1,400 on dorm room essentials this year. Experts recommend parents take stock of what's in their home that can be reused, set a budget, then stick to it. And the goal is to avoid spending that entire budget all at once.
A dorm room comes with a lot of things already. You get a wardrobe or a closet, you get a desk, you get a bed. So what are the things that you really need? I think it's some items to make it feel really personal and homey, but that's really all you need.
When do you shop? Experts say when you do, use cash back and rewards cards, search coupon sites, and find stores that price match. And if you live in Rock County, listen up. The deadline to apply for federal disaster assistance if you've been impacted by the April storms and flooding is approaching. That deadline for FEMA assistance is August 31st. You can apply online at disasterassistance.gov. Just complete an application and you'll receive a call to schedule a walkthrough with an official to assess the damage. We have more disaster assistance information for people affected, including the appropriate links. That's all on channel3000.com. Just head to the story. And still ahead on Weekend Mornings, senior Packers writer Jason Wilde brings us a sneak peek of the defensive playbook. And coming up, apple picking season starts today, where you can get started. Plus, meteorologist Jason Carlson is live at the Agora Art Fair, and he's got your full forecast. That's all coming up. But first, here are Friday's closing numbers. The week ends on a down note, with the Dow losing more than 107 points, the Nasdaq down 74, and the S&P falling 13. We'll be right back on Weekend Mornings.
You're watching Weekend Mornings.
Welcome back. Art, music, and culture are taking over Fitchburg today for the annual Agora Art Fair. Now, more than 100 Wisconsin artists will showcase and sell their work. That includes paintings, ceramics, jewelry, photography, and sculptures. Now, visitors can also enjoy live music, food vendors, family activities, and cultural performances. This is a free event running this morning from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Agora on East Sherrill Parkway. And parking is free, and this event will be going on rain or shine. Our meteorologist, Jason Carlson, is live at Agora now. What can we expect?
Here at the Agora Art Festival, everyone's set up. There were 100 vendors here. They also got a lot of others set up today, and the forecast is turning nice. Those three things you need to know are there could be a storm there. As we go into Sunday, it'll clear out on the sunny side.
All right, looks like there's a little bit of a mic issue there, but we will get that situated and get right back to you, Jason. But folks at home, grab your baskets because apple picking season starts today in Galesville. Ferguson's Apple Orchard opens at 9:30 a.m. Beyond apple picking, visitors can enjoy farm animals, a pumpkin jumping pad, and duck races.
We have had generations coming here. We've had kids that have come here on field trips, and then they've grown up, they've worked here, and then they've had kids, and then they bring their kids here, and then they come on field trips with their kids. So it's a cycle, and it's absolutely beautiful to watch.
One ticket purchase gets you in for the entire season. And in consumer news this morning, fewer children qualify for free school meals this fall. The nonpartisan Center on Budget and Policy Priorities estimates changes to SNAP under the 2025 federal tax and spending law have led to 4.5 million people losing food stamps since it was enacted, and that's including 1.5 million children. SNAP enrollment automatically qualifies many students for free meals. The changes could prevent more schools from offering free meals to all students through a high poverty program. Now, an Urban Institute analysis estimates 18.3 million students could be affected, potentially adding about $2,200 a year in food costs for a family with 2 school-aged children. Now, the loss of SNAP benefits and free meals at school can put many consumers in the middle of tough choices like choosing between buying groceries or paying for other essentials like rent. Coming up in the next half hour, I'll have more on money. We're looking at the recent pay raises that some folks have seen and why it might not be enough to offset this new toll. I've also got some budget tips. Meanwhile, new research suggests many common everyday products don't disclose the chemicals they contain. A study from the Million Marker Research Institute found sunscreens, baby lotions, shampoos, and soaps nearly all contain chemicals that aren't listed on the label, and most contained at least one chemical with a known or suspected health hazard. Researchers say even some products labeled chemical-free still contained harmful chemicals. To the Pack now. The Packers defensive gave us a small peek into their playbook for the upcoming season, and News 3 Now's senior Packers writer Jason Wilde has more on Jonathan Gannon's game plan.
If you watched the Packers' 28-9 preseason opening loss to the Steelers on Thursday night and thought you were seeing more of the defensive playbook than you anticipated, you weren't wrong. Packers' new defensive coordinator Jonathan Gannon rolling out a few blitzes that you might have thought he'd save for the September 13th opener against the Minnesota Vikings in a game that actually counts. Today, Gannon explaining to us why he's trying to strike a balance between hiding his playbook and getting his guys reps at what they need to run.
But they have to get, when we need to be able to do those things, I do want to put them in those situations so that we can coach off of it and learn from it, and I was once told, like, a really good defense, the offense knows what coming doesn't matter, now, we don't want to show everything. But I thought our guys handled the menu for preseason 1 like they should have for the most part, and did a good job.
We've got more from Gannon and that balancing act now on our website, channel3000.com. And while you're there, be sure to sign up for our Packers newsletter, which delivers all of our coverage directly to your inbox every single day. In Green Bay at Lambeau Field, Jason Wilde, channel3000.com.
Jason, thank you. Coming up in the next half hour, sports anchor Nash Dara joins us with one of Badger women's volleyball's new faces. And coming up, it's Curd Fest today. After the break, Jason and I are taking you to the field with what you can expect. And your morning motivational quote for today is from Star Wars: The Phantom Menace. Yoda said this one. It's on your screen now. Fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
You're watching Weekend Mornings.
Welcome back to Weekend Mornings. We are out here at Breeze Stevens Field with our good friend Steven, who's going to give us a little bit of more information as we preview Curd Fest that's happening today. So if folks are heading out, what can they expect?
You can expect a fun experience, fun vibes filled with, everybody's favorite appetizer, cheese curds. Who doesn't love cheese curds? I'm sure you love cheese curds. You love cheese curds. And this year, obviously we're going to have 2 different bands playing. Finding North is going to be playing from 3 to 6 p.m. And then the Rail Hopper, they're going to be up here on the Buyer balcony from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. p.m. for all the folks that kind of come out. We have Verona Bounce out here with the inflatables for all the kids, and we also have face painting for free from 3 to 6 for all the kids. So make sure you bring your kids outside, but it's going to be a fun environment here.
Sounds like a family-friendly event.
100%.
And I heard you guys are innovating this year. What's different from this year's Curd Fest versus last year's?
100%. So in Curd Fest years past, we've kind of, we just wanted to expand upon the curds we really did here. So this year, one of the biggest things that I'm most excited about is our curd burger. Curd burger is a Wagyu patty. It has 5 cheese curds on top, pretzel bun, and everything's going to be, it's going to be out there. It's going to be big. That's really what we're going for. Also new, we have, our own build your own Bloody Bar. Who doesn't love a Bloody Mary? You like Bloody Marys?
I do not like Bloody Marys.
Why? Who doesn't love a Bloody Mary?
It's the tomato juice. Sorry.
You can come here to Curd Fest and you're going to build your own Bloody Mary for whatever you want. You want some vodka, you want the gin, whatever toppers and garnishes you want. That's going to be new this year as well. But this year we're really having
curds in it.
You can dip your curds in it. We might even have curd ice cubes.
Ooh. Really?
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, you just got to see for yourself.
Are these also, we've got fresh curds and fried curds?
You got fresh curds and fried curds. You got curds dipped in sauce. You got curds with some sauce on top. You got curds on a burger. Whatever you can imagine, we got it here today.
All right. And is there anything else that people should know as they get ready to come out?
Make sure you come out. Make sure you're hungry. Bring your appetite. And if you like your Bloody Marys, bring that too. Come thirsty as well. But it's going to be a great day here at Breeze Stevensfield. We can't wait to see you here.
All right.
If you think you're the best cheese curd eater in town, come on down. I've heard there's a cheese curd eating contest.
There might even be a trophy involved. I might got a couple bags of curds for you. So you got to come down and test your gut against everybody else here.
How many cheese curds do you think you could eat in one sitting?
I think I could get 30. Do you know if that's enough for the contest?
Oof, you got to finish at least 2 pounds.
2 pounds?
At least 2 pounds. At least 2 pounds of
30
curds.
curds is not 2 pounds, I'm sure.
So I'll let one of you guys at home come out, get that trophy, come here hungry for Curd Fest.
All right, and now we are sending it to Jason with your weather, 2 places at once. Boom.
And poof, now we're at the Agora Art Festival. Everyone's setting up now. You can see all the vendors out there behind me. We got over 100 vendors out here today, and it's not just art, even though their art is fantastic. We got a lot of other things going on today. We'll have food vendors here, a beer garden, as well as live music setting up shortly. So it's going to be a great day out here at the Agora Art Festival, and the weather really held off for it. Yesterday we were forecasting some storms, showers, thunderstorms rolling through this morning, but that has shifted off to our south. That's down in Illinois now. So it's just going to be a cloudy day, maybe a few stray showers out there. So those 3 things you need to know are that there's going to be isolated storms tonight as we go into those overnight hours, but most of your Saturday should be good. Maybe a few showers out towards the Eau Claire area. It'll start to clear out and dry out as we go into our Sunday, and then it'll be pleasant to start next week. A great Monday weather-wise coming our way. Looking at Futurecast, we'll see those spotty showers and storms will develop across the afternoon today, but that won't be something you will need to plan around. Maybe up towards La Crosse, Eau Claire. You guys may have a few thunderstorm or 2, so keep that jacket handy today. Then as we go into those overnight hours around 10, midnight, 2 a.m. this morning, we'll see more widespread showers and thunderstorms across southern Wisconsin, especially Madison areas south. See that highest chance for those storms tonight. Looking at our day planner for tomorrow, it's going to start off cloudy, but it'll clear on out throughout the day. We'll see a lot of sunshine, which is something we won't see a lot of today, and we'll see that high of 80 degrees. As we take a peek at Futurecast, this is what's happening. This is what's sparking up those storm chances for tonight. We'll see a cold front move on through as in those overnight hours, but it'll clear on out. We'll see a high pressure system join us, bring us clear weather, pleasant weather for Monday and the start of Tuesday. But as we go into Tuesday evening, that's going to be our next big storm chance. We'll see this new storm system move on in, and some of those storms could be on the strong side. Right now, there's a day 4 outlook from the Storm Prediction Center, but that's more centered in Iowa, but it does clip some of southwestern Wisconsin. So watching Tuesday into Wednesday for the chance at a stronger storm or 2. Looking at that 10-day for La Crosse, you guys have decent weather today. You guys will clear on out, be a little bit warmer today. Those feels like temperatures may reach 90 for you guys with the humidity out here. And then a beautiful Sunday and Monday before you guys also have that storm shot for Tuesday. And then here in Madison, that cloudy today, a little humid, but overall dry, a good day to get outside. Sunday, we could see some showers stick around from that overnight period, but looking pretty good. It'll clear on out as we go into Monday, and then Tuesday is when we see that next storm chance, and those could be some stronger thunderstorms, so watch out for that. But for now, we're live at Agora Art Fair. It's great weather outside, and you guys should come on out for your Saturday.
All right, thank you so much, Jason. We'll be checking in again on that forecast shortly. Coming up in the next half hour, the latest updates on Wisconsin's measles cases. But before the break, here's a look at last night's winning numbers. Keep it here. You're watching Weekend Mornings, and now's the perfect time to grab your coffee, fill it up, and meet us right back here after the break. Right now, asking for patrol support, the proposed agreement between the city of Beloit and the Rock County Sheriff's Office amid staffing shortages. Plus, looking dry for most of Saturday, but we have rain chances overnight. Meteorologist Jason Carlson is timing those out live from Fitchburg this morning at the Agora Art Fest. Plus, in consumer news, we bring you budget-friendly tips for the grocery store. Good morning, and thanks for waking up with us this weekend. I'm Michelle Renee Quinn. You are watching Weekend Mornings. It's Saturday, August 15th, and we'll begin following the funeral of Corey Ruiz. But first, Jason's got a quick look at your forecast as you're getting ready for this weekend. He's live this morning out in Fitchburg at Agora Art Fair. Hey, Jason.
And thanks, MRQ. We left you behind in the studio today. I'm sorry about that, but it's a gorgeous day out here at the Agora Art Fair. All the booths are setting on up. We're getting ready for some live music to be here pretty shortly, and this all starts at 10 is when the event starts. It's free to be here, free to park, and you can visit all of these booths, check out all the art they have to offer, and it's good art. I've been taking some sneak peeks at it. And for the weather today, it's great. We thought we were going to see some showers, some thunderstorms this morning, but that stayed south in Illinois. So instead of the rain jacket, you're able to bring out the polo today, and it's pretty comfortable temperatures across the region. We got temperatures in those 60s for most of us today. We're 69 here in Madison right now, off towards Prairie du Chien, 68. But you will notice with these comfortable temperatures, it is on the humid side. We're in that very humid category. Dew points up in those 70s. So be ready for it to be a little bit sticky today, but it's staying pretty cool here in Madison. Off in La Crosse, Eau Claire, your guys' feels like temperatures could be up nearing 90. So if you're heading down to the Agora Art Fair today, it'll be in those 60s, nearing 70 by 9 o'clock, and it'll be very nice, just a little bit cloudy, but keep you out of the sun, keep it feeling a little bit cooler. By noon, it gets up into those upper 70s, staying humid. And for your afternoon today, maybe a stray shower, but looking pretty good. So if you need something to do for your Saturday, the Agora Art Fair is here for you, and we got great weather for it. And with that, I'll send it back to the studio with Michelle Renee.
Thank you, Jason. A funeral service was held for Corey Ruiz at the Fountain of Life Church. Now, Ruiz was killed in an officer-involved shooting last month. Madison police say he injured an officer with a knife during the struggle. The incident is being investigated as a homicide, and the community continues to call for justice. Our Kayla Dembeck was at the funeral yesterday and has more on how the community is remembering Ruiz.
Inside this church today, grief and a call for justice came together. Friends, family, and community members gathered to remember Corey Ruiz, with Al Sharpton delivering the eulogy and echoing the message that's been repeated these past few weeks.
We need to do more than the eulogy. We need to march, protest, and join the activists.
Sharpton says remembering Ruiz cannot be where the community's work ends.
The way these activists have shown in this city the true spirit of what accountability and democracy is, they ought to be saluted, not attacked.
And he questioned the decision to use deadly force against Ruiz.
I've seen police talk people out of buildings that had bombs. Talk people out of buildings that were shooting at them. Here's a man that was absolutely facing 3 cops. What was he going to do? It was nothing that I could see that justifies the shooting of this man.
For Ruiz's mother, the loss is personal and complicated by what she says her son was going through.
I miss my son every day. I never thought I'd be here with this decision. He was struggling with mental health issues, true and alcohol, which led to drug addiction, the system letting him down, and now the very people who were supposed to protect and serve have taken his life.
She says she wants people to remember Ruiz for more than the circumstances of his death.
He was not a nobody. He was my son.
I would hope that all of the community citizens understand if they can do this to young brother Ruiz, they can do it to your son, your brother, your cousin.
For many here, it was a chance to honor Ruiz while keeping the focus on the justice and accountability they say they're still fighting for. Reporting in Madison, Kayla Dembeck, News 3 Now.
Kayla, thank you. The St. Vincent de Paul store on Madison's Willie Street is trying to recover after being forced to close for 10 days following the shooting of Corey Ruiz. Now, St. Vincent de Paul says it's facing a $100,000 financial hit. Customer traffic at the store went down by more than 3,000 people compared to July of last year. But they say they weren't alone. Neighboring businesses were also affected by the road closures, vandalism, and dumpsters being stolen and set on fire.
It will take a while, not only for St. Vinny's on Willie Street, but for all of the neighborhood businesses, for people to come back, for people to say, oh yeah, it's easy to get there now, to not have to worry that they might not be able to drive down the street or they might not be able to park.
St. Vincent de Paul says it hopes all its customers will return and that community support can help recover the $100,000 lost during the closure. The man who crashed a tow truck into a Madison police officer's car has now been sentenced. Christopher Brugger will spend 18 years in prison. In April, Brugger was convicted of 13 felony charges stemming from a September 2025 crash. It left Officer Ryan Kimberly in a hospital for about a month. During a court hearing this week, the judge noted that Brugger has serious mental health issues and a criminal history dating back to when he was young. But that attempts at rehabilitating him have not worked.
I wish that we could go back in time. I'm quite sure Officer Kimberly wishes we could go back in time and allow for you to address all of those rehabilitative needs that you have for the last 18, 17, all of those years, sir, because maybe we wouldn't be sitting here. But you haven't in a meaningful enough way so that it sticks.
Brugger's prison sentence will be followed by 15 years of extended supervision. Beloit City Council is considering an agreement with the Rock County Sheriff's Office to provide temporary law enforcement services. Currently, the city's police department has 19 open patrol positions, but is budgeted to have 74 patrol officers. Under the proposed agreement, the Rock County Sheriff's Office would help support patrol services. City officials said law enforcement agencies are facing heightened competition for employees from other agencies and the private sector as communities confront staffing shortages at all levels. 20 new law enforcement officers are graduating after months of intense training. Since April, recruits have been pushed through physical fitness, driving, and firearms training. That's all to prepare them to serve communities across Dane, Rock, and Columbia counties.
We really do strive to teach core values with communication is being so important. And being involved in the community and representing law enforcement in a positive manner and letting people know that we're here for you and we want to work with you, not against you. And it's really important that we start with brand new recruits so they can pass that information on when they get out on the street.
After the ceremony yesterday, the new deputies now are moving to field training before heading out on patrol. And police in Madison visited Dunkin' Donuts yesterday, not for a meal, but for a cause. The Cop on a Rooftop fundraiser is bringing in cash for Special Olympics Wisconsin. Officers and volunteers flagged down customers in the lobby and drive-thru, asking them to chip in for local athletes with developmental disabilities.
It's very important to donate and show how you respect people with developmental disabilities. It makes me feel so happy and my heart's happy.
Organizers say if you missed the event, you can still donate anytime through the Special Olympics Wisconsin website. In consumer news, Americans have gotten their biggest raises since the early 1980s, but inflation ate up most of the gains. A CBS report finds that full-time workers in early 2026 earned an average of $1,250 a week, which is up 38% since the year prior to the pandemic. But prices climbed nearly as fast. Consumer costs rose 30% over the same 7 years, swallowing about 80% of the typical worker's raise. That leaves just about $70 more per week surviving to spend in today's dollars, which is a small gain placed in the context of a typical family budget. Inflation peaked in June 2022, leading prices up 9%. This was the sharpest increase since 1981. Some lower-paying jobs gained ground, while teachers, nurses, and mail carriers all fell behind or barely kept up. Using census data, the report finds roughly half of workers beat inflation, about a quarter came out near even, and the other quarter fell behind. Now this week, the latest inflation report was released, and the annual inflation eased to 3.4% in July, with prices rising just 0.1% for the month. Now gas prices fell in July, which did help the monthly reading, but service costs, including health care, restaurant meals, and car repairs, are still rising faster than 3% a year. The report influences future Federal Reserve decisions on interest rates, which affect your credit cards, car loans, and your mortgages. When it comes to your budget, you can be more money savvy at the grocery store. That's by planning meals and shopping with a list to avoid extra purchases. Be sure to compare prices before you buy. Think about things like the item, the brand, and where you are shopping. And use sales, coupons, or loyalty programs, but only buy what you'll actually use. Coming up after the break, the Badgers take on Butler. That's ahead in your Sports Fix. But before the break, we've got a birthday to celebrate. Look who's 3. Happy birthday to Warren from everyone here on Weekend Mornings. We wish you a wonderful day. We're back with sports, health, and more weather next.
You're watching Weekend Mornings.
Welcome back. Today is Fitchburg's annual Agora Art Fair, and our meteorologist, Jason Carlson, is live there now tracking your 3 things to know, and it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day for you guys.
We're live here at Agora Art Fair. Those 3 things you need to know are it's going to be isolated storms tonight. Scattered storms spark up along a cold front tonight. Not everyone will see rain, but some of us may see a thunderstorm or 2. It'll clear on out as we go towards Sunday, and then pleasant to start next week. Monday and the start of Tuesday are looking sunny and very pleasant. Taking a peek at Futurecast, these are the storms we could see later on today. A stray shower or 2 possible across southern Wisconsin, but that activity will really be focused La Crosse, Wisconsin Dells, Fond du Lac, areas north of that is where we'll see the most shower activity tonight. But as we go into those evening hours, we'll see those showers and storms spark up across southern Wisconsin and move from western Wisconsin to eastern Wisconsin as we go through those overnight hours. But it should clear out for much of your Sunday. Speaking of Sunday, it's looking like a gorgeous weather day, especially those afternoon and evening hours. A great day to be down at the terrace. We're going to see the sunshine out, and it's going to be nice out there for your Sunday. Highs in those 80s. For our Futurecast, this is that cold front that's bringing us our storm chances tonight. We'll see that sweep on through overnight before it clears on out for Sunday night and Monday night as well. And that's when we're going to have high pressure over the region. It's bringing us our pleasant weather, temperatures in those upper 70s. It's going to be great days to get outside. But as we go towards Tuesday night specifically, we could see stronger storms spark up with this frontal system that's moving through along with these low pressure systems. It's going to spark up storms in Iowa up towards Wisconsin. Hopefully those won't be severe, but that is a chance at this point, monitoring that storm system closely. So La Crosse, for your 10-day, we have showers possible today, especially in those afternoon, evening hours, but nice for your Sunday and Monday. In Madison, we have a similar story. Could see a stray shower or 2 this afternoon, evening, but that main rain risk will be tonight in those overnight hours. That clears out for your Sunday and Monday, looking nice. Then our next storm chance will be Tuesday, but for now, it's staying mostly dry here in Madison, so it's a great time to get out to the Agora Art Fair. We got all the artists setting up now, over 100 regional and local artists. They'll also have live music and food setting up soon, and this all starts at 10 o'clock and is free to get in, so I hope to see all of you guys down here. And with that, I'll send it back to Michelle Renee in the studio.
All right, thanks, Jason. We'll be checking in again shortly. Now we're tossing it to sports anchor Nash Dara.
And now, Weekend Morning Sports, brought to you by TDS.
We are one step closer to the return of Wisconsin women's volleyball. Yesterday in Madison, Wisconsin battled Butler in the last exhibition game before the regular season kicks off a week from yesterday. It's a new chapter in Madison, but one thing that didn't change is how packed the UW Fieldhouse gets on any given Friday night, and it was warranted. Junior Grace Egan leads the charge with 9 kills, and here has one of Wisconsin's 14 aces on the night. Later, the UC Santa Barbara transfer Eva Travis, she lays down the kill for Bucky. The junior has a great evening in her first match at the Fieldhouse, and it was more of that all throughout. A promising start for a young team. The 6th-ranked Badgers take down the Bulldogs in the exhibition match, 3-0, and get ready for their season opener next week, Friday in Milwaukee. And the Badgers this year have 11 new faces, 9 of who are which freshmen. Throughout the offseason, Kelly Sheffield has talked about how this team will take a lot of teaching and equally as much learning, and that to the point of the success where they were at last year, which of course was a Final Four appearance. And one of those fresh faces is freshman Hallie Thompson. The outside hitter from Spring, Texas, was the number 2 ranked prospect in high school class of 2026. And she, who could have played anywhere across the nation, chose to go to Wisconsin, saying in Madison, no rock is left unturned.
It is something you can't explain. It's a feeling. I mean, I've been to a bunch of different places, seen a bunch of different things and a bunch of different programs and the inner workings of those as well. And Wisconsin just blows every program out of the water, and that's not an exaggeration. This group is really, really good, and I want to be on a really, really good team. So I just loved everything about it.
Not always in the NFL are you able to see a team's starters play in week 1 of the NFL preseason, but on Thursday against the Steelers, the Packers let the first team get some reps. And of course, that includes Jordan Love. Love in the preseason opener completed 3 passes and 5 attempts through the air, with his longest completion being a 19-yard reception on 3rd down to Jaden Reed. And although the drive didn't end in 7, number 10 was excited to be back on the field, battling a defensive unit that doesn't wear the green and gold.
Always good to just be in the game, have that game environment, that feel, be live again as a quarterback. So much stuff that you gain just from being out there. Like you said, going against a new team, some new looks. So definitely felt good. Obviously, I want all these guys to be able to go out there and get their reps. So, that part makes it easy. But yeah, you want to be out there, especially when you get this game feel. But I also want to get all these guys reps, want to see them. It's their time to shine.
And that is all this morning for sports. Have a great start to your Saturday.
Thank you, Nash. You too. In health news, a measles outbreak is spreading in southwest Wisconsin. The state health department reports 23 confirmed cases and 6 probable cases in Iowa and Lafayette counties. Now take a look at the measles dashboard. This is from Wisconsin's Department of Health Services. All but 1 were not vaccinated for measles. Doctors are urging people to verify their vaccination status and watch for symptoms including high fever, rash, cough, and red eyes. Anyone with symptoms should call their healthcare provider before visiting a clinic or emergency room. Coming up on Weekend Mornings, how one man is eating only what he can forage. Plus, here's a look outside. After the break, meteorologist Jason Carlson is back tracking overnight storm chances. You're watching Weekend Mornings. Keep it here.
You're watching Weekend Mornings.
Welcome back. An environmental activist is spending an entire year eating only what he can find that's growing wild. And right now, Madison is one of his main stops. Now, Robin Greenfield has gone more than 300 days without grocery stores or restaurants, foraging all of his food and medicine from parks, yards, and wild spaces across the country. After leading foraging walks in more than 50 cities, he says the biggest change is in how people see the land around them. And art, music, and culture are taking over Fitchburg today for the annual Agora Art Fair. More than 100 Wisconsin artists are showcasing their work, including paintings, ceramics, and more. Now, visitors can enjoy live music, food, vendors, family activities, and cultural performances. This event is free. There's free parking. It runs from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Agora on East Sherrill Parkway. Now, this event is going on rain or shine, and our meteorologist, Jason Carlson, is live there now. He's tracking what you guys can expect for today's event.
All right, we're live down here at the Agora Art Fair. We're seeing all these booth setups, a bunch of local artists, over 100, setting up their booths down here. And it's a great day to be out here, a little bit on the cloudy side, but nothing like last year where we saw 2 very strong thunderstorms roll on through. And while it's not sunny today, it is very humid, a little bit sneaky humid, which is why that feels like factor today is going to be up into those 90s in some spots near La Crosse. Here in Madison, it stays in those upper 80s. And that's good news for Agora because I just saw the Kona ice truck pull in. So you can have some Kona ice. Keep yourself cool today if you head on down here. But for the day, few stray showers possible, but mainly cloudy today and on the humid side. Looking at Sunday, going forward to tomorrow, looking like an even better day than today. We'll see those clouds clear out in the morning, and then we'll have nice and sunny skies for a classic summer afternoon. Here's your 10-day out for La Crosse. We have those shower chances today and this evening, especially up towards Eau Claire, but then a nice Sunday and Monday before we're looking towards our next storm system coming in for Tuesday into Wednesday. And with that, you guys should all come down to the Agora Art Fair. It's gorgeous out here. These booths all have gorgeous paintings, and I'll send it to break.
You're listening to Telephone by Lady Gaga featuring Beyonce, and you guys know how to send me a song. We've got a queue, so just keep them coming. My email is on your screen. And your morning motivational quote for today is from Star Wars: The Phantom Menace. That's on your screen now. Thanks for watching Weekend Mornings. Coming up next is Lucky Dog Reunions, and our next newscast is at 6 p.m. We're live on Weekend Mornings again tomorrow from 6:30 to 8 a.m. Have a great weekend.